Good morning, guys. First of all, thank you for coming today. Thank you for joining this session. Today's purpose is to create calm, to create space where you can just take a little break from how busy your day is going to be. As much as you can, focus on the breath and breathing. Let that be what you come back to. Let that be your anchor. Even more than the postures are moving. It doesn't matter as much that those are correct or that you're doing the biggest pose. It matters that you're breathing and that you're finding space to be calm. So please be mindful that if anything hurts, pinches, feels electric, or just doesn't feel right in your body right now, you don't have to do it. Ease right on out of it. Lessen the intensity. And again, come back to breath. So with that, we'll start with the breath. You can close the eyes, find a comfortable space to sit down. And find a comfortable space for your body to be seated. So for me, it's sitting like this. So for you, you kind of need to be like this for a little bit, go like that. But find a place where your belly can really just relax into the breath this morning. So again, the eyes can be closed. Maybe you bring your hands to the belly. Take a couple breaths, really focusing on getting all of the oxygen down in here, all of the breath down in here. And the hands can float up to the chest. Take a couple breaths right into the chest. And the hands can float to the space right under the ribs, the diaphragm area. So as we breathe here, I'd like the breath to come in through the nose. And I'd like you to make a sighing exhale. So it's a we're going to do this a few more times, maybe 5 times at your own pace. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling through the nose, exhaling, feel the jaw relax, feel any tension leave the throat and the neck. Just 2 more times with this at your own pace. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. As you breathe in this next time, let the shoulders rise up to the ears. Exhale them away. Deep breath in. Shoulders rise. Exhale them away. Deep breath in. And out. Let's walk the fingertips behind the body, get the breath up and into the collarbones this time. Deep breath in, long breath out. So I'm guiding the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Deep breath in, long breath out. In your next inhalation, let's ground down through the left hand, reach the right hand up. And twist over to the left side. Just 2 breaths here, feeling the side body, feeling the ribs engaged. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, long breath out. Sweep the hands up and overhead, look in between the palms. Deep breath in. Exhale over to the other side. Long breath out, breathing into the rib cage. Breathing into the side body. Deep breath in, the arms sweep up again. Let's interlock the fingers. Take a little side bend. We'll do both sides, so go wherever you're called to at first. Inhale back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back up. And open the arms wide all the way down. Inhale, reach them right back up. Good. Exhale all the way back down. One more time, reaching up, interlocking the hands one more time. And this time, as we interlock the hands, we're going to bend at the elbow and use the bony prominences in the hands to rub into the neck, to squeeze the muscles along the spine. to get right in there. So I wanted to mention, since most of you are going to be having an awful lot of screen time today, just move the eyes around. You can use the pads of your fingers to get right underneath where the head and the neck are meeting, the suboccipital region. And if you move your eyes around, you're going to notice that those muscles are moving with your eyes. So it's all connected. Anyone prone to tension headaches, this is really good for you to do. Just step away from the computer and look at something else and move your eyes around. Beautiful. So let's move into a position where the feet can be touching each other. If you need to put cushions under your knees, I recommend that. The more support we have, the more we can rest and relax into flexibility. So push down into the feet, just a quick little foot massage here. And then engage the belly, lift through the sternum and walk the fingertips forward. And see if you can keep the spine nice and straight as you come into a forward fold. So it doesn't have to be deep, but you're going to be feeling it in the inner leg, maybe the groin, maybe the low back. Take a deep breath in. Maybe relax the head, relax the neck. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, fold back down. A little deeper this time if it's comfortable. Inhale, back up. So bottoms of the feet come to the floor. We're going to start with a little bit of a challenging posture today. So let's lift up with the right leg and see if we can keep it parallel to the ground. You can hold right under the thigh. And see if you can extend so it's straight. And then bend. If this feels easy for you this morning, the arms can come out to the side. Extend fully. And then straight. And I want you to notice where you're feeling this. It's definitely in the leg, but try to make sure it's also in the belly as opposed to the back. And bend. One more time. Straighten. And bend. Good. So let's straighten through that left leg. Keep this leg nice and elevated for a moment. One more straighten. One more bend. And then we're going to let the foot come out to the side. So interlock the fingers, bring the palms to the heart, reach far away. Inhale back, reach up and overhead. Engage the belly. Exhale, fold all the way forward. So wherever you land is perfect. Maybe bring the hands to the shin. Maybe you're reaching towards the ankle. Maybe you're able to touch your toes with ease. Wherever you are is perfect. Don't push. Rest the head down towards the knee. Take a breath. The right hand's coming to the outside of the left leg somewhere. So whether it's in the shin, whether it's on the toes, it doesn't matter. We're going to walk the left hand behind us and come into another little twist. So see if you can keep on feeding the shoulder blade in towards the spine here. Look out over the shoulder and breathe. Deep breath in, long breath out. On an exhale, fold back forward. Slowly rise all the way up. I'm going to take the left hand and bring the ankle to it. The right hand scooping underneath the knee. And just a little rock back and forth. We're opening the hips today before we come into some forward folds and some back bends. The foot can come to the other side of the knee, hug it up towards the chest. So the bony prominences of the tush, the sits bones, make sure they're both equally touching the floor right here. That matters more than anything else. If the foot feels a little elevated, maybe slide a blanket or a cushion underneath it. And lift from the sternum, deep breath in, long breath out. So you're going to twist the belly towards the inner thigh. So you're twisting towards the right leg. You're going to bring the right hand close to the back of the body. The closer it is to the back of the body, the more support you're going to feel. So the arm can rest like this. You can hold the knee. If you're feeling particularly flexible, maybe bring the elbow to the other side of the knee. 2 breaths here. Looking out over the shoulder, opening the chest. Slowly untwist. We're coming back into that half boat pose, that half navasana. So the calf is nice and parallel to the floor. Bend the left knee and see if you can lift that one up as well. Hold. Relax that right leg down to the ground, keeping the left one elevated. Hands can hold, hands can be out to the side, wherever you are. Extend fully and bend. Extend fully and bend. 2 more times at your own pace. Make sure you're breathing into the belly. Make sure you're engaging the belly as you practice this one. 1 more time. Good, hold. And you can drop that foot to the inside of the thigh and get ready for that same sequence on the other side. So palms come into the heart, exhale them away. Palms come in towards the heart, exhale them away. Reach up and overhead, find length in the ribs, find length in the spine, exhale, fold forward. Protecting the back with the belly the whole time, rest the hands somewhere on the leg, drop the forehead down, take a breath. Slide that left hand over to the outside of the right leg. Take a twist here by walking the right arm behind the body, looking out over the shoulder. 2 breaths here. Notice where the breath is going. Notice if you're holding your breath. Slowly untwist, drop back into your forward fold. Engage the belly as you rise all the way back up. So the right hand's going to take the ankle, the left hand's going to take the knee, and just a really gentle rock back and forth. Open up the hips. And from here we're going to bring both legs up so that they're nice and parallel to the ground. So you can hold here. You can bring the feet down if this is a little bit much. You're still engaging the belly if the toes are touching the floor. Or if you're used to this pose and you want to try coming into full navasana, go right ahead and do that. We're only going to hold for maybe 2 breaths here. If you want more of a challenge, you can make this a twisting pose. If you don't want more of a challenge, you don't need one right now. Good, so let's lower legs straight in front of us, flexing the feet, looking at the big toes. Palms of the hands come flat to the ground. Engage the shoulders back towards the spine. Engage the belly, so imagine the navel's coming back towards the spine and then scooping up towards the diaphragm and the heart. 2 breaths here. So fingertips come back away from the body, and maybe 6 inches to a foot away from the body. Dig the heels in, lift up through the hips, relax the head back, you can point the toes. 1 breath, in, exhale all the way down. Squeeze the arms up, exhale, forward fold. You can rest the hands on the shins, you can hold on to the feet. Just relax the neck, relax the space between the eyebrows, relax the jaw. Take a breath. And you can slowly roll up. Let's bend the knees and come into cat-cow. So the knees are going to be right under the hips. The wrists are going to be right under the shoulders. And before we do anything, let's just find a long spine and an engaged abdomen. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, fill the belly up, arch the back so that you're looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, empty all the air out of the body, drop the crown of the head down towards the floor. And repeat this a few times, just opening the spine up. Bringing some slow warmth to the back of the body. And find that long spine again in tabletop. Bring the knees together. And let's let the hips drop over to the right side. So find a point where you feel challenged, where you feel a little bit of engagement in the hip. And don't push beyond there, just hold there. If you find that your wrists are getting tired, you can make a gentle fist and push that into the floor instead, or you can grab a block or a cushion and put that under the hand. Inhale back to center and switch to the other side, just dipping the hips over to one side. Inhale back up. So I'm going to have an option here. If you want, you can curl the toes under and lift into a plank pose. If that's where you're at today, that's great. You can play with lifting up one toe, lifting up the other toe. If this is not what you want to do, don't do it. Drop the knees down, lower the belly to the floor, and we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So forearms and elbows, palms are all on the ground. We're just gently lifting up with the abdomen, with the sternum, with the chin, keeping the gaze nice and level. If you feel any pain in the low back, or if you're pregnant, please come back into cat-cow. So look out over the shoulder. We'll do both. You can pick which one. Look out over the shoulder. Deep breath in. Let the breath come into the belly. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale back to center. Deep breath in over to the other side. Breath comes into the belly. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale back to center. You're welcome to stay here. Another variation will be elbows to the floor, chin to the hands. And this feels really lovely, actually. You can stay here for a bit. If you want a challenge, let's keep the left forearm on the ground. Let's bend the right knee and reach back and hold the inner aspect of the right foot. And just hold that for a moment. So again, we're working with hip flexors. We're working with the quads a bit here. We're keeping the belly engaged to support the spine and the low back all the time. 2 more breaths. And release. Both forearms come down to the ground. Spread the fingers wide. Lift a little higher through the sternum, keeping the hips grounded into the floor. Deep breath into the belly, long breath out. And if you want, you can bend that left knee, reach back, and hold the inner aspect of that foot. So everything is grounded into the floor right now, except for this lower leg. 2 more breaths. Slowly release with control. And the hands can come next to the shoulders. Push right on back, the knees come wide. And settle down into a child's pose. Take a full round of breath here. And then I'm going to give you two options. So again, if cultivating space means just a gentle side bend right here, or if you're pregnant, stay right here. Just walk one hand over to one side and breathe into the rib cage. If you'd like to practice another twist, reach the left hand long, take the right arm, thread it through the armpit, and you can walk that left hand behind the body a little bit. 3 breaths here, feeling the rib cage, letting the breath move the body. Slowly come back to center. Reach the arms a little bit longer if it's comfortable. Drop the forehead to the floor. And moving to the opposite side. So if you're doing the side bend variation, move over towards the left, reach long through the right fingertips. And if you are doing the twist variation, reach long through the right hand, thread the left hand through the armpit. Listening to the body. Knowing you don't have to do the biggest pose. As long as you're breathing, that's all that matters. One more round of breath here. And slowly untwist or come back to center. One more round of breath, forehead to the floor. Walk the palms back towards the body. And sit back on the heels momentarily if you can. Scoot the feet out to the side and transition onto the back. Knees come right into the chest. Rock back and forth. Good, so let's lower both feet down to the ground. And you can place the hands right on the low belly. Take a deep breath into the low belly. Exhale. On your next inhalation, root the feet into the ground, engage the glutes, and lift up maybe 3 or 4 inches. Exhale all the way down. Full round of breath, deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, lift a little higher, maybe 6 or 7 inches off of the floor. Engage the knees towards each other. If you have any pain in your neck, scoot the shoulder blades closer to each other or lower down a bit. Anyone who's comfortable coming to a full bridge pose, you are welcome to do that. You can hold the hands under the body, keep on engaging the knees towards each other, keep on utilizing the glutes. 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then lower all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest immediately. Rock back and forth. Draw circles with the knees. And hug the knees in towards the armpits. Deep breath into the belly, long breath out. Relax that left leg down to the ground. Keep on hugging the right knee in. The left hand is coming to the left hip. The right hand is supporting the right knee. Open that knee out to the side. 1 breath here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale back to center. Let's let the right hand come to the floor. We'll hold on to the right knee with the left hand. Both shoulders stay in contact with the floor as we guide the knee across the body. 2 breaths here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in, coming back to center. Flex the foot. Extend straight up through the heel. Hold on to the thigh and lift up on an inhalation. Exhale, release everything to the floor on an exhalation. Full round of breath here. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, the left knee hugs in towards the body. Give it a little squeeze. Right hand comes to the right hip, open the knee out to the side. Inhale back to center, let the left hand find its way to the floor. The right knee or the left knee comes across the body. Both shoulders engage with the floor beneath them. And roll onto the back. Plug the knee in towards the armpit. Flex the foot, extend up through the heel, wrap the hands around the thigh. Inhale, lift through the forehead. Exhale, everything drops down to the ground. Deep breath in. Long breath out. So we're coming into Shavasana now, the final posture. If this feels good, we have the arms out about a 30-degree angle. The legs are out at about a 30-degree angle. If this feels good in your body, fantastic. What I find myself doing more and more lately is bending the knees so the feet are flat on the ground and just kind of scooting the hips around so I find a place where the spine is flush to the floor. So if you feel any space or discomfort in the low back, just bend the knees. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. You stay lying on the ground. I'm going to sit up. So come back to the breath. Inhale into 5. Exhale into 5. And stay here as long as you like. There's no need to move. Thank you for coming today.